Welcome back. Thanks for watching. Just a question for you. Have you noticed the stock market in the last month? Before I started recording, I looked, and the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq are all down about 8% since in the last month. Now, when I first retired, and I've got videos on this, that was the markets in my portfolio, my nest egg, whatever you want to call it, was always seemingly top of mind. I was always checking the markets every day, just seeing if they were up or down. I was checking my portfolio values. But I've kind of broken that habit, and especially in the last month, I guess maybe because I'm too scared to look. But it's not nearly as top of mind as it was when I first retired, and I think this goes to show that the confidence in the plan has grown as the months go by. As I recorded this in the middle of March, I'm 8 months retired, and so I've kind of got into a rhythm now and a routine with my money. I've got kind of things figured out, and I've kind of got that my mindset that I'm safe, and I've got enough cash set aside that my bills are paid, and the money that I get each month is enough to last me several years. So this market downturn isn't necessarily anything to panic over. Excuse me. Now, obviously, when you're working and you're putting into your savings, you want to see these markets go down, because that means you're buying that much more. Stocks and mutual funds are on sale, essentially, and you can ride that wave back up. But for those of us that are retired, we're not necessarily putting in. And so we just kind of catch the wave, and I hope that the recovery that gets us back to where we started instead of actually growing. But anyway, my point is that as the months go by in retirement, and if you've been retired just a few months, perhaps you're thinking that this is the end of the world, so to speak. But I've just come to learn that the plan is set up that I'm safe with my cash for X amount of years, and so I don't necessarily need to worry about it. Now, obviously, if this continues for a year or two, that we're gonna have to do something, but I've got enough cash set aside and safe that I don't necessarily need to worry about it. And honestly, I haven't been. Obviously, it is kind of it's in the news and it's kind of front and center, but it's not anything that I've really worried about so much like it was earlier in my retirement. So I've come to also understand too that everything that affects this is out of my control. I don't have any control over any of this. There's really not much I can do other than keep myself safe, which that was in the original plan. I had so much cash set aside just to be safe, to weather these market swings. And so I'm not worried about it. I hope you're not. If you are, maybe you need to talk to your advisor, or get some encouragement from somewhere. But just understand that there's nothing you can do about it. And so pre-retirement, make sure you have enough cash on hand to get you through 3 or 4 or 5 years worth of swings, so that you're not worried so much about what goes on in the markets that you have no control over. You do have control over your budget and the safety of the money that you have handy. So put those things in action, and put those things top, so that you don't have that to worry about. So anyway, just some thoughts I had in the last week or two, just thinking about all this market fluctuations, and also just thinking that there are people out there that are retired in January, and now here 2 months into their retirement, things are really crazy. But if they've had a good plan set up, I don't think they really probably need to worry. So anyway, easy for me to say, right? So anyway, with that, I'll close. I'll say God bless, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.